What is up, YouTube? And today we're starting a new series. We're joining the My Team. We're gonna be the 11th team on the grid, being a midfield challenger, and we're doing a full season of F1 2023. First, we need to create our team, and then look at creating our driver. We want to challenge the guys in the front. Our ultimate goal is winning the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. Will we be able to do it this season? We don't know. Only time will tell. We have 23 races that we need to get to. But first, let's start off with the basics. Let's look at creating our driver. Moving from that, we'll go into creating our livery. And we'll hopefully be able to dominate the F1 grid. So, starting here, we are looking for the South African flag, because that's where we are from. And we want to now create our player name. It's going to be Mandarin Metal, my YouTube name. So yeah, we're doing Mandarin Metal. And from here, we're going to look at choosing our nickname that we want to be called on the grid. Hopefully they have something cool that we can use. And then from there, we'll go on to picking our number. Now I've got a lot of tributes in here, just being an F1 fan. With regards to my number and also my name, some of my favorite drivers. So yeah, first off, we need to focus on development. That's going to help us win this Constructors and this title. And now straight off, we're looking through the names and nothing caught my eye, but because, we're trying to find something that's going to be unique to us, that's going to help us in this. It's just going to sound cool. And I came across a nice little name. A little tribute to Kimi Räikkönen being the Iceman. So I thought, let's go for the Iceman. And also, my number is a tribute to Sebastian Vettel. I'm a Vettel fan. Sad he's out of F1, so let's take his number. So, clothing. Choosing our team colors. What is going to make us stand out? Now, I've gone for this race suit that you're about to see. I'm just scanning, seeing if there's anything interesting. But, the default one that was already selected is good enough. And we're going to go with a yellow and black. Because, we want to stand out. At the moment, if I remember correctly, I don't think there is a yellow team on a car with a yellow livery on our grid. So we're gonna go with the yellow and black. Our primary color being yellow, and then we're just gonna look for our emotes. We need to make it fun and interesting, and of course, I'm going to go for easy, because that's what it's going to be if we keep winning. Okay, boss, now, diving into team details. We need to pick a good name. We need to pick our main sponsor. We're going to pick an engine supplier and also our teammate. But first, our name. Metal Limited, keeping it in the family, as we are the driver and the team principal and the team owner. We keep it Metal Limited. Now what we're gonna do is we're looking at some of the sponsors, the main sponsors. We need to choose something that's gonna be achievable. We don't want to choose something where we're gonna fail, because going into the next season, we're definitely gonna need a massive income boost. So as we scan through our main sponsors here, we're just looking at the price points, what we are able to achieve or able to get, but we also don't want to be outright dominant and have a lot of cash. So we've gone with Xenon. Now, our engine supplier, our power unit supplier, we want reliability, but we also want performance. And what I've gone with is, I wanted to go Mercedes, but being a little pricey, I want to look at another teammate. We wait for Red Bull. Now, I have enabled legacy teammates, so this is going to help us. Maybe we can pick up a good guy. So as you can see there, being a midfield challenger, we get 5 mil. Our signing bonus of our main sponsor is a 4.4, and then obviously our engine supplier is 3.1 mil. So we've got about 6 mil to play with, but we also want to look at not overshooting our boundaries over here. So now I'm just looking at some of the guys that are in F2 or that might not be on the grid, maybe in some of the esports teams. So yeah, there are quite a few guys here, but at the end of the day, I thought let's go with Enzo Fittipaldi. He could be a good fit for our team, having a lot of pace. He might not have a lot of experience, but he is focused. He's not too expensive, being 750k. And yeah, at the end of the day, let's hope he can help us develop our team to being the best. Again, just scanning through, just making sure I'm going to be happy with my decision. But yeah, Fittipaldi is probably what I think the best fit for the team. If he doesn't end up being the best fit, we can change it. You know, the season is long. Mid-season, we can reevaluate what we are wanting to do, where we are in the constructors, where we are in the drivers. If we feel we need more of a dominant presence, we change it. So yeah, we're going to go with Fittipaldi, as you can see. And, you know, all in all, we spent 5.6 mil left. Now designing our livery. You'll see this bit, but I'm keeping it a secret. I don't want you guys to know off the bat what our livery is going to look like. You already know the team colors being yellow and black. And yeah, so let's dive into listening to what Natalie has to say.
Exclusive access with an interview, not just with the team owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team into the sport, particularly off the back of such compelling competition last year. 2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But that was last year. This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another. So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car.
And there you have it, guys. That is our car. That's our livery that we will be running this season, throughout the season. Maybe we'll do some special liveries every now and then. But yeah, that is it. Now looking at the questions, we want to see what's going to best suit us. And in terms of this, I think, I won't lie, it's been a lot of work. So I think we're going to go with that one just because, you know, we are working very hard and tirelessly at the team in the factory to make the best possible car for this season. And what about my teammates? You know, the teammates, we wanted a good fit. We wanted someone that's going to help push us, that's going to help develop the team. And then over here, we're looking at also what is being a blank canvas, you know, of the car being a blank canvas. We want to use some data. So yeah, and now again, what about our F1 experience? Being a total newcomer, you know, we offer a fresh pair of eyes. You know, maybe teams haven't been able to see what we see because we are new. We have a different perspective, and this just helps boost our aero department. And what is going to be our success this season? What do you think? I think, you know, we want to look at our chassis and our power unit. We want to definitely develop our aero, being that, you know, with the downforce of the cars, we want to make sure we are competitive and that we can run in turbulent air. At the same time, we don't want to jeopardize our reliability. So we definitely need to find a perfect balance for that. So, yeah, there we have it. And we are going to be the 11th team on the grid, guys. This is our journey to being the best. Can we fight the Red Bulls? Can we fight Mercedes? Or can we even fight the Ferraris? Only time will tell, but it all starts today. Now, we're just scanning through what we have. We need to pick a sponsor. And the sponsor, again, this is just going to be a nice little weekly income for us. Again, we don't want to be too aggressive. We want to find things that are going to be achievable. I did not spend a lot of time going through every one of these, so I signed with Echo. This would just be for the interim, and we can see how it goes afterwards. Then we're looking at developing quite early on, so we have 1,000 resource points. So we're going to look at putting some of this into the chassis, and also we want to put it into our aero. Our power strain is quite good. We don't want to, we're developing quite well, but as you can see, look at our aero, we're quite low down, and also in terms of chassis, we're also low down. We want to be at the top of the field. We want to be developing. And what's nice is with these little developments, we could possibly have them on before the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is also going to be perfect for us. Okay, now just choosing our activities, what we want to do leading up to the Grand Prix. And we've gone with, we wanted to do a driver training camp. This is just going to help Fittipaldi with getting used to the car, making sure we understand what we need to do in the race. It's going to boost his stats, which is what we need and what we want. Then we do some pre-season merchandise sale. This is just going to help boost our sales and our cash income. Again, we're focusing on the team. We want to develop our car, and we need money. F1 is a money sport, and we need that to make this a fruitful adventure. Okay, so Bahrain Grand Prix. Now we've got more resource points. We've got 1,500. We're going to put that into our chassis, and this is going to help us for the next Grand Prix, which will hopefully be even better than this one. So look at it, as you can see, we've just developed 2 parts of the chassis just so we can, because we're losing the development race in terms of chassis, so we need to pick it up. Then looking at tire allocation, I think this is a good start for the weekend. We're going with a good split, and now we're off. So guys, this is our workstation. Here we can choose what session we want to go through. We can look at some of the emails that we get. We're able to, I think when we get some interview questions, we will be able to choose a rival, which will be very helpful. That will also help us in terms of the race. We can look at where we are in terms of reliability and how much wear we have on our engines. Now, starting with FP1, okay, looking at our Grand Prix, we want to get as much data as possible for the race. So we're going to run a couple of practice programs, and this is going to help us ultimately determine what is the best strategy.
Morning, mate. Yeah? Mark here.
And looking around, car's looking good, I'm feeling good, and it's gonna be a fun session. And we're just listening to what our new engineer has to say to us. But now, scanning through the programs, we want to do track acclimatization first. We want to get used to the track. This is just going to help us determine what are our braking points, where to start. As you can see, for the most part, we do a lot of the time we do cockpit view. This is just, for me, I find this very immersive, and it's very nice. And now going on to starting the track acclimatization, we need to hit the corner gates quickly and precisely to make sure that, a bit of oversteer there into the first corner. But yeah, we need to hit these corner gates correctly, precisely, and as fast as we can, because we want to get a good score. These points are helping us get some discounts on possible upgrades that we can do. And as we look at the lap, so far we're hitting a couple green sectors and also some purple sectors, well, not sectors but more corner gates, so that's looking good. And yeah, at this point we're just trying to feel the car. We want to feel how the car handles. We want to kind of determine where our braking points are going to be, where we need to accelerate, and also we need to look at our upshifts and our downshifts, because again, it's another thing that as you'll see throughout the video, I struggle with. Sometimes I might let my revs go too high, or they might be I might not gear up in time, and I get down too soon. You'll see as we go through the lap. And our starting lap, very good. We did quite well. And starting the second lap on our practice program, we want to see if we can better the score we had here. Now, during our first lap, you learn a lot. We've learned a lot in the first lap. We're looking at now perfecting what we learned. And as you can see already, the first four corner gates we have absolutely dominated. Took a little bit too much curve there, sent me wide. Doesn't help with the run up to the next series of corners. And yeah, again, this corner is a big one for me, because I tend to have a lot of wheel spin. Also going into this little hairpin, I also tend to get a lot of wheel spin, and that's just, I need to manage that. At the moment, we're sitting on third with a time of 1 minute 35.2. It's not too bad, but again, not great. These guys, I'm expecting to be very quick, but like I said, we're gonna develop. We're developing our car. We're wanting to become the best. Already, I'm 5/10ths down. On the leader, I am 1.2 seconds down on my previous lap time. So again, this is looking like a very, very good showing for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And there we have it. We've just nailed this practice program. Puts me up into first, 1.4 seconds faster. I don't expect this to last very long. And yeah, not much happened for the rest of the session. We finished off our practice program. I'm looking at doing more running in the evening, because that's when our race will be. So going into practice 2, we're looking at doing some quali sims, and then also, or not quali sims, quali. We want to see what our quali pace is, and then we'll also do some race pace. Now, starting off, we go for our quali, and we can already see some of the guys there setting some decent lap times. So let's see where this will end us. So our last session we did a 1:33, so let's see if we can do it even better in this session. a little too close to the grass there. And now starting our sim, we want to put it in a 133.4, so that is our target. And the first corner, pretty good. I think I can improve on that first corner. Going up to here, open up the DRS. We're 4/10, 5/10 up, and hit this braking zone. Don't overshoot. Hit the curve. We don't go wide. Sets us up nicely for these set of corners. And pushed a little wide there. Ride the curb. Doesn't feel great, but it's fine. We carry on. There again, had a little bit of wheel spin, but we're carrying on. We want to see how well we can do. As you can see, our time is dipping, and I've nailed this. DRS open on our little back straight here, going in, wanting to hit our third sector. The second sector looking good. We are at the moment 8/10 up on what we need to be doing. And looking at the last series of corners, good brake, not too bad, can definitely improve. And here we want to unleash all the energy that we've stored up throughout the lap. We want to unleash it over here. Going into the last corner, run up to our nice straight, start finish straight, and we're up on 1.2 seconds. And where's it put us? That puts us first. So a 1 minute 32. As our banker time is very good. Now our race pace looked quite good as well. It was decent race pace. Fittipaldi ended up 10th, and yeah, I was very happy with those laps. It just showed us that our car does have pace, and we have a potential good chance to get a good qualifying position. Now heading into Q1, what will the session hold for us? What is going to be our times? So let's have a look. So
everyone ready?
now,
Okay, let's go.
with FP1, we're going to let it all loose. We're just going to let everything out. Use up the energy, use up the tires. We don't want to save anything. We don't want to have any regrets. So there we go. We are about to start our lap. And hitting the last corner onto the start finish straight, and here we go, going up to the line, DRS wide open all the way up into 6th gear. Then we are, as we hit the braking, and we downshift. Don't brake too hard or late. You don't want to mess up this corner. Going up into the next DRS zone, we're up. You want to have smooth gears, not that I always have smooth gears. And over here, don't ride the curb, otherwise it's going to send you wide. Nice and tight, perfect, sets you well up for the next set of corners. First sector is green, the 129.4, that's good. Going up to this line, you want to be in a low gear and pushing it. Don't use too much energy in this set, because you want to use it all in the last. And there you see, as you ride the curb, it sends you a little wide, so I've messed up in this second sector. Pushing the line, we're pushing the limits, but let's see where it's going to end up putting us. Let's hope we haven't lost too much time with that mistake. Now going into our final sector, starting here, we have Albon in front of us, but he should move out of the way as we're on our flying lap. Pushing it, depleting our energy, going into the last corner. Do I nail it? I do. And where is this going to put us? We're running up to the line, and it puts us in P3. Not too bad. Good session. I didn't go out again. I felt a 131.6 was good enough. It gives me a 10th in front of the leaders. And we'll see how it develops. Now, I set a banker time in the beginning of Q2 on the old softs. This helps just so I can see the difference in performance. It's just fun. Now, starting our final lap of Q2, this is going to be where we end up. Are we going to make it out of Q2? We don't know. Little A little slow on that corner, but it's okay. Running up to the line, DRS wide open. We can already see I'm 2/10 up, almost 3/10 on our previous lap time. But again, these are fresh tires, and I've sent it wide. Like I said, you need to nail that corner, otherwise you get sent wide, and look at all the time that we've lost, because it doesn't set you up nicely for these set of corners. But what it does do is it gives me almost a second up on my previous lap time. Currently in P12, I need to improve. So this is going to be very important for our race. Where can we qualify? Okay, now going through the gears, guys, we are looking at just improving and making sure we nail every section here. Do I nail this corner? It isn't great, but it's fine. Let's see where we're pushing. We're falling currently on the leaderboard. We're currently down to P15, but I do have some time. 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds up into the final sector. And again, this is fighting for a Q3 appearance, but it's looking good. Where are we going to end up? Do I nail this last corner? Yes, I do. Running up to the line. We're 1.3 seconds up. Where will this put us? Is it enough to get us out of Q2? And it puts us P6. Perfect. That's what we wanted. We wanted to fight. That's what we want. We want to fight these guys. Ferrari being first, Ferrari being second, and Mercedes being first. Now, again, like Q2, I set a banker time on my first lap, and we are going to do an outlap here. With this outlap, all we want to do is we want to make sure our tire temps aren't too high, that our tires don't fall off at the end of the lap. Now starting our final lap of the session. Where is it going to put us? We are currently in P7. Let's hope we improve to a better position and that we can fight the guys in front. First turn looking quite nice. Now running up to the line, DRS is open. Now, this corner, don't want to overshoot it, because this needs to set us up for our little S's starting the second sector, and it does. It sets us up nicely. We are now currently 1/10 down, but improving, and where's it going to put us at the end of this corner? I always mess it up. It's not great, but we have improved. We're already 3/10 up, and it's climbing. Now this, going onto this straight, where does it put us up? We are 6/10 up on our lap, guys. Now 7/10. DRS wide open, up into 8th gear, downshift, back to 5th, using as much energy as possible, shift up into 6th, going to 7th, and just before you're about to hit here, you want to downshift. Okay, starting our final sector. We are 9/10 up. This is looking good, but it has put us in P10. There are guys flying at the beginning over here, and where is it going to put us? What are we doing? It's 1.1 second improvement. Can we improve? Where are we? Let's have a look. We are P5. Let's go. Our first weekend back as a new team, and we are sitting P5. That's what we want. We want to challenge these guys. Max Verstappen on pole position for tomorrow, the 2 Ferraris behind him, and a Mercedes in front of me. Feels just like real life, doesn't it? Now, our race. Let's go. Looking at our race, guys, it looks good. It looks like we have a good opportunity to mount a challenge to these front runners. This is going to set us up for the season, and all we want to do is we want to fight them. So let's have a look at our track.
Of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Iceman, Hamilton, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Perez, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Ricciardo, Fittipaldi, Joe, Tsunoda, Bottas, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Well, that's our grid for today, guys. It is going to be an exciting race. It's 5 lights and we are underway for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I get a great start up to the right, passing Carlos Sainz, my bad, passing Charles Leclerc, and I'm up into second place, braking hard in here. Am I going to make contact? Oh, it's close. Got a little bit of a squeeze and we are pushing. We're trying to fight these guys, pushing up to the line, going in. I'm using my ERS. I've got it on overtake. I'm trying to secure this P2. Max Verstappen starting on the softs. I started on the mediums with a lot of the drivers around me, and we are just trying to secure this P2 at the moment. Charles Leclerc is right on my tail, but Max is lightning fast. He's already, before the end of sector 2, he's already 2 seconds up on me, and we are just trying to cover off these guys behind. It's going to be an exciting race. 5/10 is the gap between myself and Leclerc. A second between Sainz and Russell. I got an amazing start to this race. Let's see how it unfolds. Up into 7th gear, braking into this corner, and at the end we're onto our final sector here. Where is this putting us in terms of Max's position? Are we able to mount the challenge? Are we able to catch him? Only time will tell. We need to put our heads down and we need to focus on today's race. I'm using my ERS on these back straights because I don't want to have Charles Leclerc overtake me. You know, I feel that our straight line speed is quite good, and we'll need to see how we go. We cannot make any mistakes. On lap 4, Charles Leclerc is so close. He overtakes me, but I've got ERS. I'm not using it at the moment. I'm trying to save, and I'm going to dive down the inside. Oh, no contact made, and I give him a little bit of a squeeze, keeping the position. And again, these battles are tense. They're insane, but they're fun. And yeah, we're just pushing. We keep pushing. We need to make sure we don't make any more mistakes. We're up on our time, building that gap between Charles and myself, but that gap to Max is just incredible at the moment. 3.5 seconds on those softs. He's had an absolutely amazing start. Again, skipping through to lap 9, Charles Leclerc overtakes me. At this point, you know, I can't do much. Am I going to dive down the inside? I don't think so, because it's not going to end well for me. We don't need to have any risk. We're trying to secure as many points as possible. So now, skipping to further into lap 9, there was a safety car. This is perfect. Safety car for us means that we can jump in, put on some hards, and jump right out afterwards. But what caused that safety car? We'll have a look now in the replay. We do get a new offer on our pit stops, 2 softs. We don't want it. Here we go. It's Tsunoda, and he has caused a massive collision. I see. Okay. At this point, I'm just trying to weigh up my options in terms of strategy. Do I want to keep... I don't want to keep these tires on. I definitely want to come in for a new set of tires. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm coming in, I'm boxing for the hards, and my thinking is that if I box in for the hards, you know, I can either pit for a pair of softs. It's going to last me a lot longer than the soft tires if I had to go into the softs now, and If not, I can go to the end if I manage these tires correctly. I get a great stop, 2.4 seconds. It puts us out in a good position. We're still P2 at this pit exit. Max is right behind us. But let's have a look at what happens next. So at this point, we're just thinking of strategy. We need to catch up to the safety car queue, and the safety car wasn't too long. It ended on lap 11, starting on lap 12. I'm right on Max's behind because I want to catch him. I want to overtake him at the first turn. At this first corner, I want to overtake him. I'm going to use all of my ERS. I've put on overtake. I made a little bit of contact there with Max. We're getting very, very close. A little contact there again. No, I don't think there's any damage. Diving down the inside. Do I hold the position? And it's so close. We are fighting, and yes, we do. We hold the position. Great. Now that sets us up for the rest of this Grand Prix. Almost a second clear of Max Verstappen. He is going to be a major contender in this Grand Prix and in this season. So let's see how it unfolds. 1.2 seconds now. All I'm thinking of is I need to build the gap, I need to save ERS, and we need to manage this race. We don't want to make unnecessary mistakes. The guys around us are going to, and as I say that, we have a lot of wheel spin. Look at that, we've lost 4/10 on that occasion just because of the wheel spin and making that mistake. But we need to manage the gap. The guys around us, they're most likely committing to a 2-stop, and we're on a 1-stop at the moment. That's what I've been thinking of. I'm thinking of the 1-stop. Am I able to go long? Let's manage these tires. I'm trying to build up this gap that I lost again. Again, with 1 second. Max is within 1 second. I just need him to remain out of my DRS. I'm hoping with the guys around us that they can fight Max a little more. It doesn't seem like it because Max is just on us again. 4/10. What is going to happen? I need to keep managing this gap. So what I do is in sector 2 and the beginning of sector 3, I tend to save a lot of ERS for this very long straight that we are about to go on. Going on to this straight, the start-finish straight, guys. We're managing our ERS. Looking at the back of us, we know Max has got DRS. We know he's in the Red Bull. He's a lot quicker than us. We're going to give him this opportunity to overtake us, but we're going to dive down the inside, try and have little contact, no contact, good, and we keep our position 5/10 up, and this is helping bring Leclerc in. Now with this, I made a couple of mistakes through the rest of the lap, and for lap 17, these guys were right on my tail. Both of them, I'm going to be in a sandwich between a Ferrari and a Red Bull, but Leclerc, more importantly, has overtaken Verstappen. This is helping us, and there we go, these guys are fighting. This is what we need. We need them to fight more, because this is helping us achieve our goal. We're winning the opening lap. That's what I'm thinking of. That's all that's in my mind. Manage the gap, win this race. Let's go. Now, I make a couple of mistakes in that previous lap to get myself in that position. So I need to focus on my drive. I need to focus on what I need to do. And there we go, a red flag. Our first red flag of the season, and I'm hoping for many more to come. It does add some nice spice into this Grand Prix. And there we go, we're on soft tires, 5 lights, and it's go. It's a go. We had an amazing start. Leclerc on hard tires, Verstappen on medium. He is dropping back. What has happened to Verstappen? No. He is going to be our main rival this season. But he's fallen back. What has happened on that start? The other guys have just gotten a better start. I can't believe Leclerc on the hard tires has outperformed the Red Bull on the mediums. I decided to go on softs for this last stint because I need the gap. Now 1.8 seconds, I'm pushing hard. Let's ride on board as I push for the fastest lap. I need to grow this gap between myself and Perez. 2.1 seconds. I'm already 5/10 up on my previous best. And do I nail this corner? It's been a big corner for me. I don't push it wide. At the end of the first sector, is it going to be purple? It is purple with 6/10. Okay. Now, do I nail the next little turn here? I do a lot of wheel spin, and I've nailed it. It's perfect. 1 second up on my previous best. Perez is 2.8 seconds. I could have done that corner a lot better. It's not good. DRS, I just realized now, but 1.4 seconds using our overtake, but we want to save it for that final sector. Nailing a couple of corners here is going to help us. We're almost 3 seconds. Perez is almost 3 seconds behind us, which is what we need. 1.6 seconds up into the final sector. We're doing an amazing job here. What is going to be our final time? This could be our fastest lap and the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But going into the final, onto the straight here, end of the sector, we're doing well. 1.8 seconds. Can we do 2 seconds? No, we're losing a little bit of time, but it's okay. We set the fastest lap of 132.2, 3.1 seconds behind or in front of Perez, my bad. But Verstappen, another one. He was supposed to be our main challenger, but he just couldn't. And there you can see, guys, lap 28, I made a few mistakes. That amazing lap time that I put in, the 132.2, I felt like I had just taken it out of my tires. At this point, I was sliding around a lot. Yeah, and Perez was doing an amazing lap. He was doing amazing lap times. He seemed to catch me quite quickly. My tires, I think, have definitely worn out. I took too much out of them putting in that time. And yes, Verstappen has also done well from, he was down at P6 at some point, and now he's back into P4. Where he ends this race is going to be very important. But for the next 2 laps, I need to focus. I need to save ERS, and I need to make sure I don't make any mistakes. Perez is now 4/10 behind me. Is he able to take the lead of the Grand Prix? 1/10. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he doesn't. He knows better. He thinks better of it. Now, using up everything I have in these tires, trying to keep it cool. 2/10 behind, 1/10. He's on the outside. I keep the inside line. This is too close for comfort. I need to save my ERS. That's all I can think of at this moment, is just saving my ERS, making sure we have enough for the end of the lap. Not making mistakes is going to be very, very important. This Sector 2 has been the bane of me this Grand Prix. I have not done well, but 7/10. Perez is going to be too far. Am I going to nail this corner? I do. A little bit of wheel spin, a little bit of overcorrection there. So it does mean we do lose some time to Perez. He's 5/10. He's got his DRS open, and we are approaching the final sector of the Grand Prix. This is going to be a nail biter, guys. I'm just thinking, save ERS. Here we go, starting the final sector. We have Perez is 3/10 behind us, 4/10. Can we keep this position? Can we keep P1? Can we win our first race of the season? 2/10, using up all my ERS. It's now or never. Let's go. 3/10, and that is it, guys. Easy. We win the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's what we wanted, and what an amazing showing from this team. We put in the effort. We are a midfield team. It does help us in the coming Grand Prix. It's just setting us up for a spectacular season. But again, that is going to be determined by our race and our development race. That is going to determine our success this season. Guys, there is it. There it is. The top 3. I'm sandwiched in between a nice little Red Bull sandwich, and you know what? I don't mind it because I've taken my first victory. Hopefully, there's many more to come. I don't foresee winning every race because there's a couple of Grand Prix that I'm just not going to be doing well in. But again, that's what we're here for. We're here to try. We're here to develop the car and make sure that we do perform the best that we can. And there you have it. We have P1, Perez P2, and Max P3, your top 3. Guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.